Hello and welcome. This is Sievers, creator of Pilates Encyclopedia. I'm here today to show you my new C-shaper, otherwise known as spine supporter. So this particular model is by Stott Merithu, so they call it spine supporter. But Balanced Body also makes one and they call it C-shaper. It's the exact same thing. I think according to the research on my research on the websites, the one by Balanced Body is an inch taller here. This one was on sale, so I went for this one. It's a great product, I think. And I was super excited. The reason why I've been wanting this forever. It's been on my list of props or pieces of apparatus or equipment or accessories to get for a very long time, and I finally broke down and bought one, specifically because I knew that it would be good for one of my students. Isn't that how Joseph Pilates built his equipment? Because he had one student who's like, I need something for you to help you with something in particular. And that's exactly how I felt. And turns out that this student of mine has a very similar body type to mine. We have a little bit similar issues, so I figured I need it so that I can teach her on it as well, and it'll be helpful for me as well. So as you might be able to see, I have a very flat spine, right? There's not a lot of curves going on. And what the C-shaper does, or spine supporter does, it helps you find a C-curve. Now, I have a lot of mobility in my lower back. My lumbar is hypermobile, but my upper back is not. So when I do chest lift, I can barely get up and it always gets into my neck, and it's really, really frustrating. So the C-shaper helps with that. And so here's how to use it, and I'll just show you one small thing of awareness of why this thing is a good tool. So basically you just sit down in it, lie back into it. You're going to have to find the perfect position for you. So really spend a little bit of time before you do any movement at all, figuring out where you should be. So for instance, if I'm up here, I've seen pictures, right? You do research, and I've seen pictures of people where the shoulders are above the edge, but I have a big gap here, and I feel like when I try and press down, I'd like create all this tension. So for me personally, it feels a lot better if I scoot further down, and all of a sudden I feel like, oh yes, ooh, I can sink into it, and I feel really supported, right? It says spine supporter. That's wonderful. Now, again, my neck is very tender, so lying here, I actually feel a little bit of strain in my neck. And now, you know what, to be fully honest, when I lay down in it for the very first time after the shipment arrived, I was so excited, and I laid down and I felt my neck tension. I was like, what? No, this is supposed to like help me with my neck and make me magically disappear, make that neck pain magically disappear. And it doesn't do that, because we still have to work it, right? But we can work it, we can make it work. So now I have a really, really nice position, and there's two things that you can do to make it even better. One thing is holding the head, because I find that when my head is too far forward, that's why the neck hurts. So if I have my hands behind my head, I have tactile feedback, and I can send my head back into my hands, which immediately turns this off. And then resting my head back and not having to hold it up also makes those muscles relax. So I'm doing it now with one hand so that you can hear and see me speak, but I would obviously do it with both hands. And then the only thing I start with is allowing my back, and I hope you can see that, allowing my back to sink down. And feedback is so important. So in this case, I would probably close my eyes and really try to feel the contact point of the spine supporter against each of my vertebrae, okay? So I'm just closing my eyes and I'm sinking down into it, and I will feel like I feel a lot of pressure down here, and I feel a lot of pressure right here, but there is a gap in this area where I don't feel very much. So let me think about that. Ooh, yes, there it is. Good. And now I feel less pressure in this area right here, and then I focus on this area. So it's like you can go through every single one of your vertebrae and teach them to descend, to move backwards in the spine, to create an even C-curve, right? It's about equal distribution of weight. If each of your vertebrae moves a little bit, then the load doesn't rest on just one vertebra, and then that gets overworked. So this distribution of load is a really, really important concept when we talk about spine, but in general about the body, but especially with each of the vertebrae. So I would suggest if you want to invest in a spine supporter for you or for your students, before you get going and just do a ton of movement, make sure that you just teach them to make friends with it. And I always say you have to work with the equipment, not without. It's supposed to support you. You have to let it support you. You can't fight it. We're so used to thinking about, oh, it's exercise. I have to fight. I have to work hard. But all we do is create tension instead of creating openness and freedom and space where we need it, okay? And then one more thing is these straps. You're wondering maybe what are these for? So you can use your arms and bring a little bit of extra activity into the front of the body to help you open the back body, right? It's called reciprocal inhibition. Oh my God, I'm bombarding you with terms today. If you work the front body, the back body opens up. If you engage the back body, the front body opens up. That's it in a nutshell. So if you lie back into the spine supporter again, okay? Take a moment to find where are you really, really happy. And then I would recommend palms facing in, a little biceps curl. And then you can either just push up isometrically into those straps as you pull the abdominal wall down. And then let's go one step further. So I can bring one knee up, send the belly down, other leg up. And I can just hold this while trying to move my head back, letting my head float up like a helium balloon, all of those cues that I can find. And guys, I'm working incredibly hard. I know it doesn't look like anything. I know I'm just lying here, but this is so much work. And I'm really, really hopeful, I can't promise it yet, but I'm really, really hopeful that I'll be able to create a better chest lift for myself. Shall we do this? I'm gonna challenge myself to really work on this, and I'll check in with you in a little while to see how much progress I've made. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, like it, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know if this works for you, if you have a spine corrector. Super excited. I know they're not in a lot of studios, so if you have one, good for you. Or if you're planning on getting one, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you get notifications when I post another video. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching.